Hi everyone, welcome to the Planner Coven. I'm Simone and today we are talking about my bullet journal reset. So I am a person who does not seek planner peace. I only seek peaceful planning. Like, I think there's a difference. And if you get it, you get it. And if you don't, that's fine. But lately my planning has not been very peaceful. I'm going through a major life. I don't know if a crisis is the word. So the job that I moved to New York for basically imploded, like, in a very dramatic way. It just liquefied in front of me. And so now I'm job hunting, which is very stressful. And so my days are just filled with job applications and then not much else because I'm so stressed out. I can't really focus on hobbies or anything like that until just very recently. And my planner was not helping me. In fact, it was really difficult to even pick this little planner up on a daily basis and get anything out of it or put anything into it. I don't know if any of y'all have felt this, but especially with a very small planner like this, a very small ring planner, it takes a lot of upkeep. I can only have a week's worth of dailies in here. I can only have a month's worth of weeklies. And I have to, it takes maintenance. It takes a lot of maintenance to make this really work well. And it takes consistent archiving. And I just have not been up to the task lately. And I've just been feeling very claustrophobic almost. I both in my planning and outside of my planning. I just feel like I'm being suffocated by this job search, by the stress. And that's been showing up in my planning style. And so I was trying to figure out how I could do some sort of reset. And I decided to just go back to my planning basics, which is the bullet journal method. I think for a lot of us, we have tried at least the bullet journaling method at least once, or know enough about it that it might influence our planning in some way. So I had this notebook. This is a Sterling ink compact notebook. I think it has 272 pages. Oh, no, just kidding. 269 pages. It's basically the same size as the, or the same thickness as the compact half year. Or the, I don't know. Sterling ink has so many options. I don't even know how she does it. But I had this notebook and I was like, okay, let's do this. Let's just set up a bullet journal and use the most basic setup that I can think of. And that was an index, a feature log, through halfway of January 2020, through halfway of 2026, June 2026. And then a monthly log, weekly log, experimenting with this. I was experimenting with the Alistair method and a habit tracker, things I haven't really done in my notebooks before, or my planner, this planner specifically. And I just played around and I copied some things from my journal. from my planner, sorry. And it started to work. I started to feel a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more at peace with logging and things like that. But I was still trying. There was a sense of just try hard to make this work. And I still felt a little bit of claustrophobia, even though this is this A6 is like twice the size of my Mini 5, which is funny. It's like oceans of space comparatively. And I actually started this little tiny practice of skipping a line, skipping a row between tasks, between each entry in my rapid log. And this, I think, really cracked it for me. That and experimenting with a habit tracker, like trying out different ways to write it down, doing a weekly tracker and a daily tracker, and just experimenting with layouts and how to do that. Because these are things that I want to do every day, but I don't want to write them down over and over again. I think there is credence to that. Like if you write it down over and over again, it gives that task a sense of urgency and place in your day. But at this point, I really can't be doing that. Ain't nobody got time for that. So, this was going well, but I also felt like it was a lot of maintenance, just kind of like my planner, just in a different way. So instead of archiving a ton and moving stuff around a ton, I had to set stuff up a ton. And that, I think, is the biggest downside of bullet journaling for me. And, you know, trying to figure out where my mood log should go, where I should make, like, log events, things of that nature. So I thought to myself, how can I get the best of both worlds of my bullet journal and my planner? Because the things that are working for me in my planner are for sure the monthly spread and the weekly spread. The daily is where it was really stressing me out. You can see I tried to like do a habit tracker and a Alistair method here, and it was okay. But again, it feels claustrophobic and cramped. And usually I can like I've never had a problem like with a lot of information on one page. But lately I've just felt like it's just a wall of text and there's no room to breathe. Wall of text, no room to breathe, and I can't deal with it. So I love this skipping a line situation, but there is just not enough room on these little daily pages to skip a line every time I rapid log something. Like every time I put a task down or an event or journal. There's just not enough room. I'd be using like 3 or 4 pages a day, which I guess is fine, but like we can do better. Enter my good old friend, the Hobonichi Weeks. So I actually got this at the beginning of this year in January with the intention to use it as a health journal, health and food log, health. How many times am I going to say health? So I would like log everything I ate and journal about it. And in the monthly, the intention would be to log any activity I did, which I didn't do any. And then a weight tracker here in the front. But that quickly fell off. Like, I didn't make it past the first like 3 or 4 weeks doing that. It just became too much because at that time, sort of towards the end of January is when I got I got my now defunct new job. And so I was busy with moving and stuff, and this just never really took off. But I did do some like journaling in the back, and but I think the Weeks lends itself as a great hybrid between a bullet journal and a planner, because obviously it's a planner because it has all these pre-dated beautiful layouts, and then the blank pages in the back, the grid blank numbered pages in the back. We love this. We love her. She's great. And this is feeling very good. This is feeling very peaceful, very demure, if you will. I'm really enjoying this. So I'm doing a daily log here. The grid is small enough and the pages are long enough that I can skip a line. See the difference between this daily and this daily? Like, this just feels so much more open, legible, breathable, peaceful. And that's what we're after here. And there's space in the Weeks to track my gratitude here in this margin that's already defined. My food over here, don't judge me too harshly on my food. I'm stressed, we're stressed, honey. And then my habit tracker up here, and an Alistair method here, which is working really well. And for my food, if it's not a good food choice, or if it's takeout, which is not a good food choice for me usually, then I'll highlight it in this orange color. And if it is a good choice, or if I do the habit that I need to do, I'll highlight it in green. Just as like, because green is my favorite color. I'm very color motivated in my planner. I want there to be mostly green, and I hate orange. So it's like, girl, do your thing, or else your planner is going to be orange. Your planner is going to be fucking orange if you don't get your shit together. And I really don't want my planner to be orange. So we're here, and we're making it happen. Oh my God, I am so ridiculous. I just realized I have my cutting mat on here. I forgot to take it off. Oh well, we are not recording this. Re-recording this. I hope you don't mind my sewing mat, my cutting mat here. I was quilting today, so here we are. I'm already feeling more peaceful. I'm getting back to my hobbies like quilting. And like, I feel like I can just breathe a little bit more here doing my daily log. I do tasks with a bullet, notes / journaling with a little dash, a heart for things I like or am grateful for. I did a little music note for some music. Do y'all remember the Body Talk album from Robin? Oh my God, so good. So good. One of my favorite albums of all time, to be honest. So I'm feeling really good about this. Plus, look at this cover. Like, this is one of the main reasons I got this, because like, I love Hobonichi. Say what you will about the paper or whatever. Like, I know that was a debacle, not entirely their fault. You know, Hobonichi can only do so much in terms of quality control when they're not even the ones printing the paper, you know? But I have always loved the Weeks. I have loved it I used it exclusively for like 2 or 3 years as my everything planner. I love the cream pages. I love the grid size. I love the layout. And of course with Hobonichi, it's just like stunningly designed. And now that the quotes are in English, I even love those. I read them every week and I underline things that I think are cool or interesting. Interesting. So you can see here, I was like tracking my meds this way instead of doing a habit tracker, and I'm really liking the habit tracker. Oh my God, I'm doing in frame, sorry. So this bullet journal, bless her heart, she was just trying so hard. You were trying so hard, and I love you for it, but it just wasn't working. But it did its job. Like, it did the reset. We have been reset, and we are in a peaceful mode. We are planning peacefully, and that is what we're after. So, for now, my little mini 5, I've been in mini 5 for a year, over a year, not exclusively for a year. I think I started my exclusivity. I've been monogamous with mini 5 rings, I think since August or September of last year. So we're actually almost there because it's the end of July now. So it's been a year since I've been in mini rings exclusively. We're just going to call it a year. And that's a good run, y'all. That's a really good run, but it's just not serving me the way that it used to. And right now I just need something else. I don't know what to do with my mood tracker. That's the only thing that's missing from this planner so far. When I was in it full time years ago, I used to do the mood tracker here along the side. I would just number 1 to 31 here, and then just do a 1 to 5 mood ranking, 1 being the least, 5 being the best. Similar to how this is a 10, well, it's 9 because there's only 9 squares, but it's a 10 scale, so it would just be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 instead of 1 to 10. Obviously, y'all can do math. So I might just take this out and just tape it into the planner. Like, why make it, okay, I'm gonna do that right now. Why make it any harder for yourself, girl? Like, for reals. I'm just gonna put it here for now. And then after this video, I will just tape it in somewhere. Probably like here, or maybe even here. Well, actually, let's just do it on this page because no one's using these. Maybe 2026, but anyway. Okay, so that is my video for today. So thank you for being here. By the way, today we had a meeting of the minds. Stationary Shenanigans here on YouTube. And I think he's on Instagram as well. Yes. Organized a stationary book club. And we met today. We were talking about the book, The Notebook, A History of Thinking on Paper. And it was such a cool discussion. It was so great to hang out with everyone. So if you're interested in like just hanging out with cool stationary people, even if you haven't read the book, go over to Stationary Shenanigans channel. I will link the channel down below in the description box, and we can hang out there. Okay, so I'm glad to just be in a very simple system. There's no archiving involved. There's, I've still got my themes up here at the front. And it's pretty, it's just simpler. It's the peaceful planning that I'm looking for right now. So we're gonna put my M5 down for a little nap, a nappy nap. I'm gonna keep it set up and might even, no, I'm not going to backlog, or like some folks when they're trying out different planners will like keep multiple planners going at the same time. I am a one planner person, okay? Uno mas. That's all I can handle. That's all my brain space can do. And so we are just going to do that. That's all we're doing. I think that's it. I think that's all. I'm going to stop babbling now. Thank you for being here. I hope you're doing well. I hope you take care, and I will see you later. Bye.